Yeah. Okay, guys, we're back. We just shut her down to cross the street and switch tags on the video because we're on Katella Avenue now, not on Harbor Boulevard, so just to make it as accurate as possible. Okay, backstage secret, we accidentally turned off the video. So we also have the Residence Inn on the left across Katella. A good strategy is to stay on the side of Katella that Disneyland Park is on, because that way you don't have to cross any streets to get to the park. So of course the Desert Palms, once again, great option. And these are all part of the same, we looked at the castle, actually the Anaheim Inn, that I said looked a little bit sketchy. They all have the same kind of symbols on their signs. So they're all partners, basically all part of the same conglomerate. So it's kind of nice to know, that it's not Jim Bob's Motor Inn, that you are getting a company that's, looking out for their image and partnering with Disney, and, you can take a little bit of comfort in that. So both the Residence Inn and the suites on the corner, you do have some suite options right across from the back of, we're on the back of California Adventure right now. And if you'll notice, you can't hear anyone screaming because despite the fact that you can see the back of Cars Land from here, which is all of that structure over there, the soundproofing that's done at Cars Land and the scream guards, if you were watching any of Ben's videos from earlier, there are scream guards on California Scream, and there is a little bit, but not nearly what it would be if those scream guards weren't in place. So coming up here on the Alpine Inn, if you've ever wanted to stay in a cozy little snow-covered village in Southern California. Alpine Inn is actually not on the list of good neighbors currently, but that list is ever changing with Disneyland's inspections, so you could see that change in the future. We're also coming up on the Anaheim Convention Center. So you can see too, if you get invited to a convention, if you're participating in some sort of athletic event that's in the convention center, a show, whatever, you're going to be able to walk to Disneyland from that Anaheim Convention Center. And like I said, the flowers here in Southern California are very nice. Nice palm tree lined streets. Everywhere you look, there are acknowledgements that you are right at Disneyland, even though that there's a nice little banner there for the service entrance to go into the back of Cars Land. We were actually back there yesterday on a tour. It was pretty neat. We went into the bay where the cars are worked on. A lot of really cool information about that that we will share as we do our live videos. We will get into different lands and different sections of the park and things that make them special and things you should look for when you get there. So we will definitely talk about all of that when we do the Cars Land segment. And as you can imagine, we're basically walking from Cars Land to the other side of Paradise Pier, along the back of the building here. And we walked, my gosh, it was probably half a mile or better from where we went off stage until we actually got to the back of Cars Land yesterday. So the Cars attraction is enormous. Of course, there are bus stops if you just can't handle it anymore. And Uber is alive and well in Southern California, so there are lots of choices for how you're going to get around.
That might be how we go back.
Well, that's what we were planning to do.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we talked about this already. We were going to walk one direction and Uber the other direction. So I know it looks like there's not a lot to see right now besides the palm tree groves, but like I said, that is because we have the back of a park to our right, and of course they don't want us to really see anything in the park, so we have this foliage covering up what's going on there. Almost everything. But it's definitely not as strong of a barrier as it is at Disney World. You can definitely get a peek here and there through and see some of the show buildings from the back. And then, of course, the Anaheim Convention Center on our left for much of this block. There isn't a lot to talk about with that because we're not going there. We're not involved in anything going on there. But like any convention center in any major city, you could find yourself there at any time.
Yep.
The Pirates of the Caribbean, I think like Island, St. Martin, like San Juan, you know, like Caribbean, because it's the Pirates of the Caribbean. It kind of gives you the feeling there that it's the Pirates of the Gulf of Mexico, which is a little bit of an odd feeling. So here we are actually at my favorite of the Good Neighbor options. It is the Annabella Hotel. It does, oh, noisy motorcycles. It does put your price point up closer to, say, Paradise Pier, but you are still, you will still save a little bit of money by coming down here to the Annabella instead. It just has a really nice feel to it. If you opt to take the Disney resort, that gives you a little bit more of that exclusive feel. You're not one of 15 resorts slammed in a row just trying to get as close to Disneyland as they can. And as you can see, even from here, yeah, it's a walk, but they do have the ART shuttle service available from the Annabella, and it's not a bad walk on a nice day. And we did take the long way around because the signal, yeah, this intersection that we're coming up to is actually Disneyland Drive. So like I said, if you walk up this way and you cut through the Disneyland Hotel, you can actually get to the downtown Disney side, and then you have some shops and things to look at rather than just the palm trees and flowers. So
that's actually really nice. Like the castle, like it's not just like, hey, I'm a skyscraper that houses people.
Exactly.
It's
like
it
gives you a resort
style,
kind of feel. Yeah. So that's one I highly recommend. Tippy's is the family restaurant and ice cream parlor next door, right on the intersection. So that's a really great place. Like it's one of those, you know, it's a family restaurant. Everything echoes. So fortunately, yes. So fortunately, we were very, very tired the night that we got there, and I don't know about you, I slept like a log.
I did.
So, but I don't think that would have continued every night because eventually I think that noise level would have really started to get the best of us. So.
And that was a placeholder because we were moving over.
We were moving to Grand California,
but we didn't have the points.
No, we ended up the room wasn't available. We ended up booking an additional night because we decided to fly out the day before we wanted to start our park time because we weren't sure. It was our first time really doing a flight that changed time zones. We wanted to make sure that wasn't going to be an issue, and it wasn't. It was fine.